Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Black Mantle Studios. Today's video is going to be a follow-up to the last video I did, which was creating these modular dungeon tiles. These tiles are hand-drawn and then they're processed through Photoshop, and then you can just print out a bunch and attach them to chipboard and you have an entire dungeon's worth in a short afternoon's work. In that video I hinted that I was going to do another one with a little bit more detail to it, just in case you want to replicate something like the Warhammer 1995 tiles, which have almost an oil painting look along with more realistic tile cracking. So let's get started. All right, so this template is a little bit different. I went ahead and made a 2x6 corridor tile in Photoshop and gave it a 1/4 inch black border, which is how they're gonna look once we get them all cut out and put on the table and ready to go. I've got my tracing paper attached with masking tape, and I'm going to just indicate in the very corners where the tile starts. Then I can go ahead, remove. Now, with that template gone, I can go ahead and connect the lines. And then I'll go ahead and mark out the 1-inch tile marks. Okay, now that you have the grid drawn out, you can look up some images online for texture and go ahead and trace those on. Now you don't have to actually be super detailed and include every single little mark, but it's just for inspiration. See, already we have something that looks pretty convincing. Now we can go maybe add in some other shapes here. Okay, we have it roughed in. Now we don't have to fill it exactly, but if we want to, we can kind of complete the idea. All right, that's good enough for what we're going to be doing in our next step, which is inking it with Sharpie. Okay, now the inking is complete. You can see that I filled in some of these little spots. Actually, I'm going to go do a little bit more. That just helps to add a little bit of visual interest and variety throughout. Okay, we're in Photoshop now. So what we're gonna do is crop this image and we'll bring it over to our first template. Okay, and just like what we had set up in the other video, we will go into the image adjustments and go ahead and select that dungeon tiles preset. Then the next step would be setting that layer to multiply. Okay, I like that color. Now, what we need to do next is create our shadows. So remember, we use our airbrush, but instead of making it super dark by using black like last time, I want to take the color we have right now and just take it down in value, but not completely to black. And then we'll just go along those dungeon tile lines, the grid, being really careful to stay straight. And then we'll go along the outer edge too. Hit Control D for deselect. Now the old Warhammer Quest 1995 tiles had a sort of a vignette effect. So I'm gonna bump this up a little bit, and I'm gonna darken the color just slightly. And we're gonna work our way from the corners in this sort of gentle arcing motion to give it that vignette effect. Now I have the flow set to 30, so it's already just very lightly applying that darkened color, but I'm also using barely any pressure on the tablet. It'll give you these ultra fine gradations. Okay, so then the one other thing with the Warhammer Quest 95 tiles is there's our base color. Now we will intensify it, and that intense brightness sort of radiates from the center outward as well. So let's go back to the airbrush, and then we'll just feather out from the center. Okay, now that we have the vignette complete, we're gonna shrink the airbrush down, but we're gonna add some hardness to get a sort of raking light across the broken pieces of the tile. Now we're still using that high value color, because this will almost be like the lantern or torchlight flickering off the edges. Just take your time, go around. Now think about how the light's going this way from the center. Same thing that way. So if the light's going this way, it's gonna catch that edge. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Now it's not gonna look exactly like those tiles from Warhammer Quest, because I'm using like that solid hand-drawn line instead of a painted line with a varied sort of line thickness and color. But printed out and on the top of the table, it's gonna look really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this printed out, and we'll see how it looks on the table. All right, it actually looks pretty good. I'm gonna do a rough cut. And then just like the last video, I'm gonna use this spray adhesive. Shake it up really good. All right, I'm gonna let that tack up for a second. I'm gonna let it tack up for a second. Last time I did it, it didn't go so good. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for about 5 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, it's had time to dry. I did a rough cut. Now all we have to do is go back in with our straight edge, and we'll do a couple passes. And go around the outer edge. Not too bad. Okay, one last thing before it's ready for the table. We'll go around that outer edge with a chisel-tip Sharpie and color that in. Okay, not too bad. This is something that it really only took me a few minutes, not counting the amount of time I spent explaining it to you. So you could have a whole entire dungeon ready in an afternoon. All you need is cardstock, a printer, Photoshop, and some tracing paper. So let's see how it looks with everything else on the table. Now I will admit, the Warhammer style definitely stands out with the other sort of more minimal hand-drawn style, but it still makes an interesting looking hallway no matter what. All right, everybody, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to show you how to do these modular dungeon walls that go perfectly with all the tiles that we've done so far. Thanks for watching.